Hello, everybody, and welcome to the face reading for successful relationships. For those of you who are with me today for the first time, if you get interested in the subject of face reading, you can watch my YouTube introduction to face reading. You can also buy my book, of course, Face Reading Secrets for Successful Relationships. It is available on Amazon.com. Today I'm going to talk about Leonardo DiCaprio, an American actor and producer, and an Argentine-American model and actress, Camila Morrone. He is 45 and she is 22. It's not that really matters. My father was 22 years older than my mother, and they were wonderful parents. On February 9th, 2020, they got married, exactly 10 weeks ago. You know Leonardo through his many movies, an incredible movie, romantic movie, Titanic. By the way, it made over $2 billion from around the world. Here's the list of the movies he acted in. These are movies. He was a producer as well. These are his television movies. I have never seen more prolific actor. And this is his young bride, Camila Morrone. Her parents divorced in 2006. Her mother had a long-term relationship with the actor Al Pacino. And though they never got married, Camila refers to Pacino as her stepfather. Let us now look as face readers if this relationship has a good chance to mature and flourish. First, Leonardo. It's interesting that his face almost did not change since his childhood. Of course, he is a Venus, and you can see here when he was very young, he was a Venus with a little bit of a Mercury. You see the thin chin, and as a teen, he is definitely a Venus. And then he's older, he's still a Venus. So what do we know about the Venus personality? Venus is the Roman adaptation of the Greek goddess of love, Aphrodite. Indeed, of all 12 personalities, the Venus are the most concerned with love and being loved. They want to know that they are loved, they want to be adored, nourished, nurtured. The Venus is often involved in social causes and bringing warring parties to the negotiating table. The Venus are very lively, spunky, and resourceful. They have a lot of practical intelligence and know how to organize things to make everyone comfortable. So he is the Venus, but with blue eyes. So he wants closeness as a Venus, but needs space and time to himself. That is the blue eyes. And here is Camila, the model, the beauty. As you can easily see, she is a perfect what? Yes, Sun. And what do we know about the Sun personality? The Sun are the least aggressive of all people with a sanguine temperament. Remember, she is not necessarily a sanguine temperament. A person can have a face from one temperament and have a temperament totally different. So the Sun do not do things to conquer, to prove themselves, or to seduce anyone. Those sociable and great company, if invited, if not invited, they're just fine. Out of sight, out of mind is how they operate. They're naturally detached, aloof, and distant, and often mistakenly perceived as arrogant. But they're not arrogant. They're simply comfortable being on their own. They form few close relationships and are very choosy who they choose as friends. The Sun may choose to be in a romantic relationship only if they decide it's time for them to be in one. Even then, they will need a lot of space for themselves. Someone who wants to be with a partner all the time will make them feel suffocated, and they will quickly find a way out of such a relationship. Remember, Leonardo has blue eyes, so even though he is a Venus who wants closeness, he needs space for himself. Interesting, she is a Sun but with brown eyes, meaning that though she needs space, she also wants closeness. That's the brown eyes. The Sun are good learners. People like to be around them because the Sun do not impose their ideas or on anyone and usually know more than what they say. So what about the temperament? Yeah, he is a typical sanguine. Look at the corner of the jaw, this chin, which is protruding, the forehead slightly tilted back. So he is physical, active, muscle coordinated, loves sports and competition. Though runs out of steam, he is a short distance runner, so to speak, in whatever he does. He needs breaks, and a day nap would probably be good for him. Territorial, guards his space. He's generous and courageous. He's short-tempered, though he is now 45. He probably tamed his impulse a little, and has relatively short attention span, but he's a great communicator. What about hot temperament? You can easily see the nervous cast. You see the bow, the tilted forehead and chin, and the corner of the jaw really starts, it looks like, from under the ear. So, but you can also make a straight line between the forehead and the chin. And I already shared this with you. That's the bilious characteristic. So she's a bilious / nervous. As a bilious, she's willful, organized, long-distance runner, able to make long-term commitments. But then with the nervous cast, it makes her more sensitive, quick-minded, and flexible. So he is a sanguine with all the impulsivity that comes with it. But of course, 2 decades senior, that all kind of tamed his impulse to rush with decisions. And she is a nervous, meaning quick-minded and flexible, but also bilious, willful, organized, methodical. She and he are totally opposite. And in my opinion, of course, and I'm saying not personal opinion, but the opinion of human morphology is that this is green light. This is a perfect match. Even here they're opposite. Remember the tragus and antitragus? That's talkativeness. She is not that talkative. She would rather listen. And look, he's here. Huge space between tragus and antitragus, which means he would rather talk than listen. Look at their eyes. Her eyes are brown, meaning she wants closeness. His eyes are blue. He needs space. Total opposite. If you ask, well, why opposite is so good, well, you can study psychology and you know people contribute, they offer to the other what the other needs to learn the most. I talk about in my book a lot about it. It looks like they're having a lot of fun together. I didn't know this till I started doing this reading. I wish them well. A successful relationship is not when people are staring at each other, but when they're looking in the same direction. And that is all for this beautiful couple. Thank you for being with me today. Peace to all who want to be in peace.